Happy Monday. This Monday Mindset, I'm going to go over our listing presentation. So, when I have a listing appointment with a potential client, there are three things I bring with me. I bring the listing paperwork, comps for their home, and this listing presentation. So, when I'm sitting down with the client and I'm going through it, this is how I present it. So, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Now, let's go over how I will market and sell your home. So, the mission of Plowman Realty Group is to connect, serve, and offer our clients clear solutions to achieve winning results for their real estate goals. Fair market value is what your home is worth. And to help us go over fair market value, we're taking into consideration comparable sales, condition of your home, location of your home, to come up with what the value of your home is. So, the method we use is we look at comp sales, homes that have sold within the last 12 months. The closer to our listing date, the better the comp is. So, right now, let's take a look at the three comp sales we have for your home. So, the square footage of your home is 1,000 square feet. And then we'll go through the three comps, four comps, however many comps we have. So right here, you see through these three comps, the average price per square foot comes out to $250. So your home's 1,000 square feet, 250 times 1,000 gives us a suggested value based on the average of these comps of $250,000. Now our low comp was around 220 per square feet. So that would give us a low value of your home of 220,000. The high comp came out to 275. So that would give us a high value on your property of 275,000. Now, given the condition of your home, I think we should list at X. Now, obviously, all these numbers are made up right now, but just for easy math, I'm using those numbers. So once you go through that, now the next slide, we'll talk about why you should work with Plowman Realty Group. And we've got a few bullet points right here. So the first one is you'll have a highly skilled agent guide you through the process. So I'm trained in and very experienced with handling disclosure forms, working through inspections, dealing with the mortgage company, insurance companies. I've read your deed. I can understand your deed. I can help you through the settlement statement, all the paperwork, all the negotiation skills, everything required to get your home sold, I am highly skilled in. I'll give you objective information and opinions about things regarding your home. So I'm not going to come here and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth and what's realistic for your property. You'll get help finding the best properties available as far as comps for your home. So I'm not just picking and choosing which comps we're using. We're using the best possible comps on your home. You'll benefit from my negotiation experience. I've sold over 600 properties, or you could say my agency has sold hundreds of properties, and we're very experienced in negotiating price, financing terms, date of possession, repairs that may need to be made to your home, things that may stay with your home, for example, washer and dryer, maybe your lawnmower, different time periods in the purchase and sale agreement. You'll also benefit from my company's marketing power. We market the property everywhere, social media, online, YouTube, it's available everywhere. And you'll have access to support. So, selling your home can be a tough and emotional experience. It's not just the four walls and roof that we're selling. So because of that, I understand that, and I'm here to help you through the ups and downs of getting your home sold. And lastly, you'll receive fair and ethical treatment. So I'm a member of the National Association of Realtors. There's a higher code of ethics that they hold us to. Now, what affects the market value of your home? Location and age, the size of your home and the size of your lot, your layout and style. So is the layout what buyers today are looking for? Is it a little bit of a dated style? The condition of your home. Have you kept up with the little things around the house, fresh paint, if there's rot around your windows, have you replaced that? Have you just kept up with it? Have you updated it to today's standards? Current interest rates. As rates go up, it puts a strain on buyer's ability to pay more, so it puts a strain on what your home will sell for. Prices of recently sold properties and prices of competing properties. So if you've got a house that's very similar to yours in condition and style and age, and it's 100 square feet bigger than yours, we can't really price it more than that house if it's on the market and it's not selling. So price of competing properties on the market as well. Now, what does not affect the current value? The original price when you bought it, so what you paid for it, what you need or want the house to sell for, the cost to rebuild it today, and personal opinions of family, friends, or neighbors. What are the potential consequences of overpricing your home? So a lot of sellers have a mindset of, we'll price it a little bit high, or used to have a mindset of, let's price it a little bit high, let a buyer come and talk us down on price. That strategy doesn't work. It no longer works. The new strategy is price it correctly, and you'll get a really good offer, or hopefully multiple offers pretty quickly. A high price on your property makes other properties look more attractive in comparison. If you price it too high, fewer buyers will respond to your ads or the marketing, and you'll get fewer buyers willing to write an offer on your property, or fewer buyers looking at your property. If you price it too high and you get lucky and find a buyer for it at an overinflated price, and it's a finance deal and there's an appraisal, if it appraises low and the buyer doesn't have the funds to cover that difference, now you're starting all over because the deal's falling through about 45 days into the sale with that property. Reducing a price after it's been on the market for a little while doesn't regenerate the same interest as pricing it correctly at the beginning. The home starts to look stale, and people are starting to wonder what's wrong with it. So you really want to price it right off the bat, and get the maximum exposure to coincide with your window of most opportunity for most buyers' higher sales price. And really, it's the first couple weeks. That's your prime time on the market. After that, in the world we live in today, it's an instant gratification world. Even if a house is on the market for 30 days, people start to think, what's wrong with that? Now, getting your home ready for showings. So you've listed it, we've taken the photos, we're ready to sell it. Remember, the number one thing to be in this time frame is flexible. The most stressful time as a seller is when your home's on the market and you're waiting for a buyer to come. The more flexible you are up front, the more showings you allow, the quicker you'll get through this period. And once you're through it, it's a lot less stressful. So it might be disruptive to have a house ready to show at the spur of the moment, but the more agreeable you are to letting buyers into your home, the sooner you'll have a buyer and the better terms you'll have. And make sure to leave the premises before all showings. If you're a seller and you're at the home during a showing, you make the buyer very uncomfortable, and unfortunately that could blow a potential offer. Now, we're getting ready to sell your house. What can you do to give it some curb appeal prior to taking photos, prior to having showings? Deep clean the outside. So a good pressure wash can really make a difference. Make over your front door. A fresh coat of paint can make a big difference, because that, as they're walking through the front door, that's the first impression. You put a fresh coat of paint up there and your front door is looking good, the buyer's instantly thinking you take care of your home. Update your porch or deck as needed. You don't want too much clutter out there, so you want to make sure you've got appropriate deck furniture, plants, etc., but you don't want to overdo it. And refresh your garage area. So garage is also an area of a first impression, so you want to make sure that's looking good. Light up space outside. So, you can't have too much light. So if you've got kind of a dark area, especially in the winter months or the time of year where the sun's setting before 6 o'clock, and a lot of people, they look at homes after work. You want to make sure there's proper lighting outside. Now, give your home inside appeal. So, in addition to getting your house right outside, there are things you want to do inside as well to make it attractive. So, before photos are taken and before showings, you want to declutter and depersonalize as much as possible. Clear off the countertops, clear out the sink, take all personal photos down. You want to really declutter, depersonalize, because you want buyers to picture their family in that space, their things in that space, not yours. Deep clean the inside. Clean all the windows, clean everywhere. Hire professional cleaners if need be. And make any necessary repairs. So like fresh paint in neutral colors can really make a big difference. Fix any leaky faucets, anything like that. And before each showing, make sure you spot clean. So check your sink, make sure there's no dishes in the sink, make sure towels are spotless, garbage is emptied, things like that. Last minute things to do, put out a vase of flowers, a basket of fresh farmer's produce, a bowl of lemons, turn lights on throughout the house, and then relax. Go out, get a cup of coffee, have lunch, let us do our job, and trust that your hard work will pay off, and we're going to come through for you. Now, what to expect from under contract to closing on your home. So we've received an offer, and we've accepted it, or we've countered, they've accepted, we're now under contract. So what are the next steps from there? The first thing that a buyer is going to do is they're going to set up inspections. Now, inspections will take place within the first few days of under contract, and they have to be to the buyer's satisfaction. A buyer can back out for any reason. In fact, they don't even need a reason. During their inspection period, they can back out and get their deposit back. So once you're under contract, the house is not sold. There's a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of negotiation to go on throughout the inspections. Once you're through inspections, the lender will order an appraisal. The appraisal's ordered through the lender. We have no contact with the appraisers. They reach out to us and they schedule a time to come out and take a look. And they make sure the home's in the condition it needs to be for the loan program and it's worth what the buyer's paying. Once we're through the appraisal, title work will be done by the title company to make sure the title is clear and marketable. Once we're through that and all the buyer's conditions have been cleared, we'll be clear to close. Once we're clear to close, the buyer will set up a final walkthrough to walk through your home and make sure it's still in the same condition as when they put it under contract. As a seller, it's your responsibility to maintain the home until closing. Utilities will be switched over to the buyer's name after closing. So you need to maintain utilities and condition until then. Now, with that, here's my marketing plan. So everything we're going to do to get your home sold. So the key, first one, pricing and staging. We want to make sure we stage your home correctly, price it to sell. You want to clear your home of personal pictures, all that extra stuff. We take professional photos. We'll have a for sale sign out in your yard. We'll mail a postcard to your neighborhood to let them know that your home just sold. We'll put the property on the MLS. We'll put it on every website out there. It's a direct feed. The MLS directly feeds every single website. So there won't be one that it's not on. Social media, we'll market on social media. We'll do targeted Facebook ads. We'll do a live video at your home or talk about your home on a live video on YouTube, which will then feed to social media. I'll email my buyers, our agents, loan officers. We'll mass market your property to find a buyer for it. We'll track showings and we'll get feedback. And if your home isn't sold after a week or two, every week we'll give you a weekly update about what's going on with your property. And lastly, I'm always looking for creative ideas to get your home sold. What ideas do you have? So thank you for taking the time to look through this listing presentation and giving me the opportunity to sell your home. I look forward to serving your real estate needs and getting this sold for you. And that's all, guys. If you have any questions on the listing presentation, if you want to practice it, reach out. I'm happy to practice with you. And that's all. Let's have a great Monday.